Yeah, man, we're having the dinner date tomorrow. We'll play it by ear. We'll just play it by ear, man, yeah. All right, I love you too. All right, bye. Ladies and gentlemen, it's come to my attention that some people are disgusted with the bracket that I filled out yesterday. So, guys, I thought I would try and redeem myself and fill out yet another March Madness bracket. It is Tuesday. The tournament starts on Thursday with the first four. And, guys, when it comes to this bracket, oh my goodness, I think you're going to love it. Guys, we will be starting with the first four game of Norfolk State and Appalachian State. And ladies and gentlemen, let me say I have Norfolk State over Appalachian State in an absolute barn burner close game. And that'll set up a matchup with Gonzaga and Norfolk State. And ladies and gentlemen, I am taking Norfolk State. And let me explain. Let me explain myself on this one. Let me explain, guys, the thing with Gonzaga, they've had so many close games in the West Coast Conference with some bad teams like Pepperdine. They're due for a slip-up. I've got Norfolk State advancing. I've been watching this team. I've been studying them extensively throughout the past month. They're my team. I have them advancing on to the round of 32. A major shakeup and a major upset. Gonzaga takes their first loss. They are out of the tournament. We've got Oklahoma and Missouri 8v9 matchup. I have Missouri. Solid pick, very close game, 8v9. I'll take Missouri in that one, close game. How about Creighton and UCSB? And ladies and gentlemen, Creighton, they look terrible in their conference championship. Give me the 12 over the 5. I know it's a trendy pick. A lot of people are in on it, guys. This is a normal bracket, guys. Look at this. I'm the 12 over the 5. I'm going with Missouri. Yes, I have Norfolk State advancing. Let's not focus on that. But, we'll go with UCSB, the trendy 12 over the 5. Creighton got blown out by Georgetown. They're looking bad. How about Virginia and Ohio? Guys, I'm going Ohio here. Now, Ohio coming off their major MAC tournament victory. They get that auto bid. Virginia, no momentum right now. Really struggling. I have Ohio. Virginia is a type of team. They're prone to the upset with the style that they play. They're a defensive-minded team. Ohio, they hit some threes. They put pressure on Virginia. We know what happened back in 2018, the 16v1 upset. Yeah, Virginia redeemed themselves in 2019, but guys, it's another major upset. Ohio gets the win there. How about USC versus either Wichita or Drake? I have Drake beating Wichita State, and then I have Drake beating USC. The Bulldogs advance. Drake, very good team. They got slowed down by COVID. They started off the year around like 20-0 or something. They were ranked inside the top 25. USC, they benefited in a watered-down Pac-12 conference. Moving on, we've got Kansas and Eastern Washington. Give me Eastern Washington in this one, ladies. Not many people are talking about Eastern Washington. The disrespect Eastern Washington has gotten recently is disturbing. They won their conference. Kansas, no momentum coming off that COVID issue with Bill Self there. I'm not loving Kansas. They've lost a lot of games in the Big 12. The Big 12 is a good conference. Give me Eastern Washington in an upset there. How about Oregon versus Virginia Commonwealth, guys? We saw Oregon's loss to Oregon State in their Pac-12 championship. It was embarrassing. Give me Virginia Commonwealth VCU to advance. They finally get a win in the first round. They will be taking on Grand Canyon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me explain this one. Grand Canyon over Iowa. Iowa plays no defense. They have terrible defensive metrics. This is a team that's trending downward, ladies and gentlemen. They're trending downward. Luka Garza, yeah, you watch him against Illinois. He was shaken up. He could barely catch his breath. He's out of shape, guys. I know he's the National Player of the Year. Give me Grand Canyon in that one. They won their conference. They're coming in hot. The 15 seed takes down. Guys, this is a normal bracket. This is a respectable bracket here. Okay, moving on, we've got Michigan taking on Mount St. Mary's or Texas Southern. I do have Mount St. Mary's beating Texas Southern, and then I do have Mount St. Mary's beating Michigan. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to happen. Michigan right now, struggling. Isaiah Livers, done for the year, possibly their best player, either him or Wagner. Michigan, zero momentum. They lose to Ohio State in the Big Ten championship game, and they will lose to 16-seeded Mount St. Mary's State. Very, very good team that is. So the 16 seed will beat the number 1 seed there. LSU and St. Bonaventure in an 8v9 game. Guys, give me St. Bonaventure. Phenomenal team. LSU, I know they're a trendy pick right now because they have a bunch of offense. Give me St. Bonaventure down. How about Colorado and Georgetown? Everybody and their mom is picking Georgetown in this game. And guys, put me on that bandwagon. We saw what they did to Creighton. Give me Georgetown over Colorado in that one. How about Florida State and UNC Greensboro? How about the lack of respect UNC Greensboro is getting, guys? I'll take UNC Greensboro over Florida State. Florida State kind of struggling a little bit towards the end there. UNC Greensboro kind of been a top team for a while now. Nobody's talking about them. The 13 over the 4 in that one. We have BYU taking on either Michigan State or UCLA. Guys, I have UCLA knocking off Michigan State in the first 4 game, and then I have UCLA beating BYU. Okay, ladies and gentlemen? So UCLA, I know they've lost 4 straight games. That means they're due for a win streak. They get 2 big wins, one against MSU, and then the next against a very good BYU team. That'll be a great game. But UCLA, surprising people, coming off that 4-game losing streak there in the Pac-12. It's been tough. Nobody's picking them. But guys, you got to go against the grain. It's not always going to be the 1 seeds winning. We've got Texas taking on Abilene Christian. And guys, I love the season Texas has had, but they're kind of slowing down. And I do like Abilene Christian in this matchup. They're hot right now. I know Texas won their conference. It was a huge conference championship win over Oklahoma State in the Big 12. I like Abilene Christian here. I do. I like them, the 14 seed. I feel good about the 14 over the 3 there. That's what's going to happen there. How about UConn and Maryland? Maryland playing in a very tough, rugged Big 10. They went 16-13. They got over the 500 mark in a tough conference. Give me Maryland. Knocking off UConn. The 10 seed defeats the 7 seed. And then this Alabama-Iona game. Guys, we all know about Ricky Pitino. Ricky P. in March Madness. Are you kidding me? Give me Iona, guys. Alabama is the perfect team to get upset. They shoot the 4th most threes in college basketball. If the threes aren't falling, look out. They could get upset. I have them losing to Iona. A 15v2 upset, guys. A few upsets sprinkled in this bracket, obviously. You know, you can't always go chalk. Next, we have Baylor taking on Hartford. Guys, I really didn't like the way Baylor ended the season. They had the COVID situation. Not a fan of it, guys. I am going to be going with Hartford in this one. I'm dead serious. I think Hartford, they faced a very tough UMass Lowell team in their conference championship. They took care of them impressively, I might add. Hartford, this team, I could see them going on a run. They're a scary team. You don't want to face them right now. That is a tough draw for Baylor in round 1. We've got North Carolina taking on Wisconsin. Give me Wisconsin in this matchup, ladies and gentlemen. I like Wisconsin. They struggled towards the end of the season. It's a tough conference, the Big Ten. They did go 17-12, but their advanced metrics, you look at the Ken Palm rank being about, I think, 12th or 13th in Ken Palm. That's impressive. I'll take them over a very solid UNC team. Probably not one of their best teams, obviously, but still a solid North Carolina team. Next, we have Villanova, taking on Winthrop. Give me Winthrop. And guys, Winthrop, all they do is win 24-1. Enough said. Villanova, absolutely no momentum. Got blown out in their conference tournament. Give me Winthrop. Purdue taking on North Texas. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking North Texas in this one. Purdue, they always struggle. I know they had that run with Carson Edwards a few years ago, but that was the exception, not the rule, not the standard that Purdue set. Purdue always struggles in the March Madness tournaments. They had a nice run, I know, a few years ago. Other than that, it's been struggling. North Texas, a team with a lot of momentum right now. A 13 seed. Watch out for that 13 over the 4 seed. Next, we have Texas Tech taking on Utah State. And guys, I like Texas Tech, but give me Utah State. I know a lot of people thought Utah State was going to be not even included in the field. I have them advancing to the second round over Texas Tech. That'll be a close, high-scoring game. Next, we have Arkansas and Colgate, and my goodness, did Arkansas get screwed with this one. Colgate should not be a 14 seed at all. I also think Arkansas is very overrated along with most of the SEC. But Colgate will be beating Arkansas in that one. Colgate, a phenomenal team. I think they should be favored in this match, where at least should be a toss-up. Colgate, absurdly good offense out of the Patriot League. We know how great that league is. I have them over Arkansas. Next, we have Florida taking on Virginia Tech. Guys, I like Virginia Tech here. Are you kidding me? Virginia Tech over Florida. Florida playing badly. They've lost 3 of their last 4 in SEC play. Virginia Tech, they struggled a little bit midseason. They've turned it around now. I have the 10 seed beating the 7 seed there. And then, guys, Ohio State, Oral Roberts. Guys, give me Oral Roberts in this one. Ohio State, I didn't love the way they played against Illinois. They came back at the end, but this Ohio State team, there's no superstar. E.J. Liddell's a good player. He's not a superstar. Will Kyle Young be back? This is a team that defends very poorly according to the advanced metrics, and they're an upset. We know Oral Roberts has the #1 leading scorer in all of the nation. Oral Roberts gets it done over the 2-seeded Ohio State Buckeyes. We will be moving on to the Midwest, and guys, this Drexel team, I mean, the disrespect they received when they were rated a 16 seed. Guys, this is a high-end 15 seed, low-end 14 seed Drexel. Don't get it twisted, and guys, give me Drexel. The Dragons take down the Fighting Illini. They take down the 1 seed. Illinois, they're on a run. But, the game against Ohio State, they were up by a lot. They let Ohio State get back into it in the Big Ten Championship. I don't love that. They're struggling. There's some issues with Illinois. I don't like it. I like the Dragons of Drexel to beat Illinois, and I love this Drexel team to go far, guys. They're just going to feed off that energy. Who will they be facing? They will be facing Georgia Tech. How about the disrespect shown to Georgia Tech in the tournament? Everyone and their mom is picking Loyola Chicago because, they made a Final Four run, whatever. Guys, Georgia Tech won their conference. Come on, that's a Power 5 conference. Let's show some respect to the ACC. Georgia Tech will be moving on to face a very good Drexel team. Next, we have Tennessee taking on Oregon State. Guys, I'm so done with the SEC. They're so overrated. Give me Oregon State. They won the Pac-12. They have all the momentum in the world. Give me Oregon State over Tennessee in the 12v5 upset. Guys, there's going to be some upsets. We have to understand that. There's going to be some upsets in this tournament. Oklahoma State taking on Liberty. This is the perfect 13v4 upset. Are you kidding me? Liberty over Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State, very young team. Cade Cunningham, maybe he gets a little nervous late. It's going to be a close game. I will guarantee you one thing. This is going to be a very close game between Oklahoma State and Liberty. Even if Oklahoma State wins, very close game. Give me Liberty. Oklahoma State gets a little panicked at the end. They're a very young team. Next, we have San Diego State taking on Syracuse. Give me Syracuse in this game, guys. I like Syracuse. I like the way they've been playing over San Diego State. I also really do like San Diego State, but Syracuse in a close, hard-fought game, maybe 80-78, something like that. Next, we have West Virginia taking on Morehead State. Guys, I'm not buying West Virginia being a 3-seed. I'm really not. I will take Morehead State. What a huge win they had to get that auto bid over a phenomenal Belmont team. Belmont nearly a top 25 team with the amount of wins that they had. They were absurd. Morehead State, that showed me some crazy things about them. They are a team that is trending up. They've won an absurd amount of games recently. They're 23-7 overall, but they're on a major winning streak. I think they've won 15 of their last 16. They are trending up. Next, we have Clemson and Rutgers. This is an easy one. Give me Rutgers. The 10 seed over the 7 seed. I will take Rutgers to handle Clemson in that one. I just think that Rutgers, playing in the Big Ten, they suffered some losses. That's why they're a 10 seed. If they were in another conference, they'd probably be a 7 or an 8 seed. Clemson, on the other hand, they're playing in a watered-down ACC. Their offense is pathetic. I know they have a good defensive team, but give me Rutgers in that one. Next, we have Houston taking on Cleveland State. How about Cleveland State? Guys, Houston finished the season. I wasn't impressed. They had some close games. They had some losses. How about that buzzer-beater lucky win they had against Memphis? Yeah, guys, I'm taking Cleveland State in this one. They won the Horizon League. They are hot right now, guys. We are moving on to the second round of 32. We have Norfolk State taking on Missouri. And guys, after their major upset in round 1, I am picking Norfolk State as a Cinderella team to the Sweet 16 over Missouri. They're going to ride that momentum in their round 1 win. Next, we have UCSB taking on Ohio University, and I do have Ohio advancing. I think that's a pretty easy game to pick. Give me Ohio over UCSB, the Santa Barbara. They're a good team, but Ohio right now, they're hot. They're coming out of the MAC. They won the MAC. This is a big offensive-minded team. How about the win over the Toledo they had? Next, we have Drake taking on Eastern Washington. Guys, I feel something right now. I feel something in my gut. I'm liking Eastern Washington in this game. I like them. I like Eastern Washington. It's something in my gut. I'll take the upset, the 14 over the 11 seed in that one. Eastern Washington will be dancing into the Sweet 16. We have Virginia, Commonwealth, and Grand Canyon. What a matchup. Oh my goodness. Guys, give me Grand Canyon. After their big win over Iowa, it would be a high-scoring game against Iowa, maybe 90-87. They come back against Virginia Commonwealth, and they say, listen, we already beat Iowa. We're not scared of you. We will beat you, too. Grand Canyon moves on. They're dancing into the Sweet 16. Next, we have Mount St. Mary State taking on St. Bonaventure. And, guys, this is going to be a very phenomenal game. These are the exact type of games you want in March. Give me Mount St. Mary State, the 16 seed, over St. Bonaventure. High-scoring game. Look out for that one. Next, we have Georgetown and UNC Greensboro. You know, I do like UNC Greensboro in this matchup over Georgetown. Remember, guys, Georgetown, they're barely over 500. I think they're 13-12 on the year. So while they did have the big win, they did have the big conference tournament win over Creighton. Let's relax on them. Let's take the stable UNC Greensboro team who's 21-8. Okay, guys, come on now. The run ends there for Georgetown. UNC Greensboro advances. Next, we have UCLA taking on Abilene Christian. You know, UCLA goes on a little bit of a run. Let's not get overzealous with UCLA. Let's be smart here. We're taking Abilene Christian to advance. They're the solid team. They're the winners. They are a 14 seed, and they are advancing to the Sweet 16. Read it and weep, ladies and gentlemen. How about Maryland? Ricky P, baby. Ricky P in March. You got to be kidding me here, guys. Give me Iona. Iona, defensive-minded, hard-fought, low-scoring game against Maryland. The same formula they used to beat Alabama. They are advancing to the Sweet 16. Moving on, we have Hartford taking on Wisconsin. And guys, I said about Wisconsin, they kind of struggled down the stretch. That is why I am taking the upset. The upset here, Hartford advances the 16 seed, moves on to the Sweet 16. They will be taking on, guys, North Texas. You already knew that. I like Winthrop, but guys, this North Texas team, there's something about them. What a matchup this is right here. Hartford versus North Texas. Winner gets an Elite 8 seed. Oh my, an Elite 8 bid. That's phenomenal, guys. That is phenomenal. We are moving on. How about Utah State and Colgate? Guys, you already know it's going to be Colgate. I mean, this Colgate team out of the Patriot League, offensive-minded. I like Utah State. I respect them, but give me Colgate to move on. They will be taking on Oral Roberts. I love Oral Roberts over Virginia Tech. The 15 seed knocks off the 10 seed. Oral Roberts is going dancing in March Madness. Let's move on down, guys. We've got my team, Drexel. Oh, my goodness. Taking on Georgia Tech. You want to talk about a heavyweight matchup? I am taking Drexel. The Dragons, they were disrespected with that 16 seed rank. Like I said, they beat Illinois. They used that. They channeled that momentum into beating a very good Georgia Tech team. What a matchup. What a heavyweight battle this is. Drexel moves on, and they will be taking on Liberty, guys. I like Oregon State. But let's be honest, the only reason they got into the tournament was because they won their conference, a watered-down Pac-12. I think they'll get the big upset over Tennessee. The run for them stops there. Let's give Liberty some credit. Let's give Liberty some respect. They move on, guys. We've got Syracuse and Morehead State. Guys, I'm liking Morehead State in this one. I like the 14 seed here. If we can click on them, there they go. Morehead State. You know, they're a team, all they do is win. Later in the season, all they've been doing is winning. That huge win against Belmont. Syracuse, they lost by 3 to Virginia. Everyone's high on them. I don't know. I thought Syracuse, honestly, should have been in the first 4. So I will take Morehead State in that one. Then we've got Rutgers and Cleveland State. And guys, I like Rutgers, but sometimes they're offensively challenged. Cleveland State, on the other hand, this is a team out of the Horizon League that really impressed me offensively in their tournament. They ended up winning it. I have Cleveland State advancing, guys. We have the elite of the elite going on now here in the Sweet 16. Winner of these games advances to the Elite 8. We have Norfolk State taking on Ohio. And guys, like I said, this Norfolk State team, you beat Gonzaga, you beat Missouri, and you're going to beat Ohio. I like Ohio. I like what they've been doing, but their run ends here. Give me the Norfolk State to beat Ohio. They are advancing into the Elite 8. Next, we got Eastern Washington and Grand Canyon. I like Grand Canyon in this one. I think Grand Canyon squeaks by a very solid, very upset-minded Eastern Washington team, and they will move on to the Elite 8 in a phenomenal matchup there. Moving on down, we've got Mount St. Mary State taking on UNC Greensboro. And guys, Mount St. Mary State, they've had a phenomenal run. The run continues. They will beat UNC Greensboro and move on to the Elite 8. Mount St. Mary State, disrespected with the 16th seed. They win that one. How about Abilene Christian taking on Ricky P? March Madness. Oh my goodness, Ricky P, come on. I have Iona advancing in that one. They will be moving on to the Elite 8. Ricky P, man, come on. Hartford taking on North Texas. You know, I like North Texas, but let's not get overzealous with our upsets here. Let's let the good team, Hartford, advance in this one. They're a phenomenal ball club. They beat UMass Lowell easily. That showed me some things in their conference tournament. They are advancing, and they will be taking on Oral Roberts, guys. The run ends here for Colgate. They had a good run, but the run ends here. Oral Roberts says, you know what? We're going to announce ourselves to the nation. We're going to advance to the Elite 8 there. Come on now. Moving on down to the last matchups, we've got Drexel taking on Liberty. And guys, This Dragons team is absurd. I can't even begin to tell you guys. I don't know how they're a 16 seed. Drexel. The Dragons advance onto the Elite Eight. Moving on down. How about Morehead State and Cleveland State? Guys, I'm liking Cleveland State in this heavyweight battle between two lower seeds. Kind of a little bit upsets here. So give me Cleveland State over Morehead State in that one. And now we're on to the Elite Eight. Winner goes to the Final Four. We have Norfolk State taking on Grand Canyon. And ladies and gentlemen, I do have Norfolk State advancing the first team into the Final Four field. They will be going to Indianapolis on April 3rd to battle in the Final Four. And guys, they will be battling Mount St. Mary's State, the 16 seed from the East region, with major upset wins over Michigan, St. Bonaventure, UNC Greensboro. And guys, we love Ricky P. We love March Madness, Rick Pitino. It ends here. Let's not get overzealous with ourselves. It was a great run for Iona, but Mount St. Mary's State says, listen, we're the better team. We're going to win a low-scoring, close matchup. Let's move on to the other games. How about Hartford taking on Oral Roberts? Oral Roberts, what a run for them. They beat Ohio State. They beat Colgate, Virginia Tech. But guys, I have Hartford. You know, they're the better team. They handled UMass Lowell. Hartford advances into the Final Four. Who will they be facing, guys? Guys, they're going to be facing Drexel. We all know this. I have Drexel, the Dragons, advancing to the Final Four for the first time in program history. We have our Final Four matchups. We have Norfolk State taking on Mount St. Mary's, and we have Hartford taking on Drexel. And guys, in this matchup right here, I am going to have Mount St. Mary's State advancing to the national championship game, the first national title appearance in program history. They will be taking on the Dragons of Drexel. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a 16v16 game. There's going to be some upsets, guys. That's the thing. You got to understand, there's going to be some upsets. 16v16, it is Mount St. Mary's State versus Drexel. And guys, give me Drexel. The Dragons are the national champions. And guys, we know this is very key. The tiebreaker. I'm expecting this bracket to do very well. We need a tiebreaker, guys. How about a defensive-minded game? I'm thinking like 39 to 32. Defensive-minded, hard-fought game. This is what March Madness is all about. If you want to go pick all the one seeds, go be a robot. Go be Jay Billis. This is what it's about, guys. I'm submitting this right now. And the Dragons, the Drexel Dragons, are the national champions. They cut down the net in Indianapolis. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have stuff all week. This is what a time to be alive right now. Drexel projected to win the national title. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you're following me on Twitter. Link to that's always in the description. I am, of course, the Depressed Ginger. Thank you for watching.